Hello everyone, welcome to RPIIT channel. My name is Vadini. I am assistant professor in RPIIT Bastara in Computer Sciences department. Today we are going to learn about SDLC phases. So in my earlier video I have already discussed the introduction of SDLC. Please, the link is being copied here in this down description. Please look into that also. Let's start with the first stage of SDLC. So before starting, SDLC specifies the task to be performed at various stages by the software engineer. It also ensures that the end product is able to meet the customer's expectation and fits within the overall budget. So SDLC is a collection of six stages, as we have already seen in the phases. So, the first stage is planning and requirement analysis. So, planning is a very crucial stage in every software development. In this, here also, requirement analysis is also performed by the developers of the organization. So here this is obtained from customer inputs and sales departments. This phase involves gathering information about the software requirements from stakeholders such as customers, end users, and business analysts. Here, the feasibility study is being done. This stage is very important. Once the business proposal has been accepted, it is important to define the scope of the project. Cost versus benefit analysis. So how the is affecting the results, the benefits being analyzed here, and the effectiveness of the resource utilization, how the resource being utilized, and what are the workability, how the resources being managed, how they work, and the matching of customer requirements need to be done to ascertain the return on investments. So here we can say the information from the analysis forms the building blocks of a basic project. So in this stage, the basic project is being designed with all the available information. And this is the diagram here. First, we do the planning, then define the project scope. What is the scope of the project? How it will go, and how much effectiveness, how much resources being managed, these things we can do in this phase. And then the project scope, then objectives and goals. What are the objectives and what are the goals of this? In the feasibility study also we can do all these things. Then the resource planning. The second stage is requirement gathering and analysis. So what is this? In this stage, all the requirements for target software are being specified. So here, this stage consists of two distinct activities: requirement gathering and analysis, and requirement specification and gatherings. This stage is important to clarify the expectation of the customer to the development team. This entails detailed discussion with system architects, project leads, end user clients, etc. So here the requirements need to be documented in such a way that design team can pick it up very smoothly. So design when the documents are already been arranged, then the designing can be done in a very smooth way. Often the use case analysis is done to depict the scenario based mapping of requirements to the corresponding behavior of the system. Here we make the documents in the form like SRS being prepared. Software, as we have seen here, SRS is there. So this is system software requirement specification. This is a sort of document that specifies all the things that need to be defined and created during the entire project process cycle. So here the diagram is there defining, then functional requirements are there, what are the functionalities, how it's been implemented, and then the technical requirements are there, what are the technologies being used, and then the requirement reviews and approved. Third stage is designing architecture. Here in this phase, the software design is created, which includes the overall architecture of the software. It also includes data structure and the interfaces being developed. It has two steps: high level design and low level design. So in the high level design, it means that it gives the architecture of the software products. It's an overall architecture, it's a very high end designing. And the low level, it describes how each and every feature in the in the product should work, and it also covers every component here. Then techniques such as DFDs, like data flow diagrams, data dictionaries, flowcharts, decision trees, alternative tree design strategy analysis are often used. So these are some techniques which been applied while designing the architecture of the software. So this is the diagram: design, low level design and the high level design. So here, as we have seen, there is some documents also being prepared, design document specification, that we call it DDS. So DDS is also assessed by the market analysis or analysts and stakeholders. Let's move to the fourth stage. We can call it stage or we can call it phase. It's okay. So the fourth stage is development and implementation. So it is development of the product. At this stage, the fundamental development of the product starts. The design is then implemented into code, usually in several iterations, and this phase is also called as development. This is the longest phase of SDLC model. This phase consists of front end, middle end, and back end. So it is very important for the coders to follow the protocol set by the association. So here you can say some popular languages which been used like C, C++, Python, Java are put into use as per the software regulations, you can say. So here development, then coding standard, then scalable code, version control and code reviews being done in the development phase of software development lifecycle. The fifth stage is software testing. So this is very important phase for any software to be done, like to be ensured that it should be of no harmful, the functionality should be working fine. The software is thoroughly tested to ensure that it meets the requirements and work correctly. Testing starts as soon as the programming is finished and the components are made accessible for testing. During this phase, the software is thoroughly assessed and any defects are given to the engineers to fix. So, mostly there is a separate team, that is a software quality team here in all the organizations. Until the software satisfies customer requirements, additional testing and fixing are conducted. Testers refers to the software requirements specification to make sure that the software compiles with the client criteria. So here basically it is all the testing which been done here. So, what kind of testing? Like system testing, manual testing, and automation testing. Okay, so we'll move on to the next phase. So, basically, in the testing phase, just one. This also ensures that the product confronts the quality requirements of SRS. The next phase is deployment and maintenance of products. So after the detailed testing, after the successful testing, you can say the software is being deployed to a production environment and made available to end users. So it is like depending on the customer's expectation, the product may first undergo the user acceptance testing before being released into the manufacturing process. It is something like user acceptance test is being done in the user's side, in the stakeholder side, you can say. So then if it performs well, then the organization sends the product as a whole. However, this is uh, after the product has been deployed in a manufacturing process, the developers are responsible for maintaining the product, taking care of any issues by the testers, and that need to be resolved or enhancements need to be done. So these all been done in the maintenance part. So here is a diagram: deployment and maintenance, release planning, deployment automation, maintenance, and then feedback. So this is end of the video. To like and subscribe the channel if you like our video. Thank you.